Hey, we're on our way up to the 70s, maybe tomorrow, but it's low 50s at the ballpark. Nice looking day. Kid's got his, look at that pretzel. He's got his own rack for his pretzel. Now that is big league right there. And we've got some big league roster moves. Adam Eaton goes on the DL. Bone bruised left ankle. Matt Wieters back from the oblique. Moises Sierra gets called up. Off to a pretty good start with Syracuse. Miguel Montero, and we thank him for his time with the Nats, designated for assignment today. So Bobinet P changes a foot. Severino in the lineup today. Who else for the moment? And you like, as far as the lineup goes and how he approaches his pitchers, what Davey Martinez is doing right now with this ball club.
Yeah, today's hump day, so we thought, why not talk about the skipper? The Nats are a game above 500. They're playing well. We've liked what we see from the skipper so far. Almost like another player down there. The guys love him. They want to play for him. He's mixed up the lineup. He's got everybody involved. Thursday, when Anthony Rendon got tossed, he had his players back, went out there and went with Anthony Rendon. We talked about it a lot. That goes a long way in the clubhouse. He's letting Max Scherzer steal when he got on base the other day, so he gave him a little nod from the dugout. He said, why not? Gave him the base after the game. So he's mixed up the lineup. He put Anthony Rendon behind Bryce Harper last night for a little protection. He went out and talked to Steven Strasburg and said, you got one more in you, big boy. He did. So everything he's done, Carp, has worked so far. The games have been run smoothly for a first-time manager. I know it's only a week and a half, but he's done a great job. We wanted to give him some love before the game today. Yeah, he won the press conference. He won Winterfest. He won spring training, and now he's got a winning record as the Nats try to sweep the Braves today, and it'll be interesting to see if they can do that behind A.J. Cole. So what does A.J. do to follow up the great pitching of the last two nights? Hey, you saw Howie. He's got an 8-game hitting streak. The Nats have really stopped the Braves in this series. Looking, hey, Anthony, watch it. PNC Bank, there's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Ocean City, Maryland. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. Yeah, pretty popular number and name and jersey in town these days. Sun's out. Still a little cool here at the Art, 51 at game time. We're going to be in the 70s tomorrow, warmer for the weekend. Looking forward to that. Rockies will be here tomorrow, but the Nats are trying to sweep Atlanta right now. Dansby Swanson already has 6 multi-hit games. Eric Hosmer of San Diego, the only hitter with more. He has 7. But the Nats have really put a stop to the offense of the Braves so far in this series, and we'll see if A.J. Cole can do that.
3 career games, 2 starts against Atlanta, 0-1 with a very high ERA, and he's looking for a big bounce back today.
Yeah, last start was on the 3rd against these very Braves in Atlanta. 13-6 loss, went just 3 2/3, gave up 10 runs on 10 hits, couple of home runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. So fastball, slider, curveball change, you just saw it. Imperative for AJ to keep the ball down, to work quickly, and to work some corners here today, and maybe give the Braves a different look. At least that's what Dave Martinez is hoping. Goodwin, Taylor, Harper, the outfield. Turner, Rendon is the left side. Kendrick Adams is the right side. And Pedro Severino behind the plate today. Day game after a night game. He's young, not a problem.
And Pedro, along with Matt Wieters, will be handling the catching duties as Miguel Montero designated for assignment. 106, first pitch, strike 1 to Ender Inciarte. So in this series, 1 for 8. Had a base hit in the 6th inning last night. He's 0 for 3 with a walk career against AJ Cole. And this one in the air, Goodwin tracking it into foul ground for the first out. Chad Whitson is the junior member of this otherwise experienced umpiring crew. He's got the plate. Field and Culbreth first base, CB Buckner at second, Brian O'Nora at third. Next up is Ozzie Albies. Couple of hits in the series. 5 for 36 left-handed. And he's now 4 out of 5 against AJ Cole, and that thing is out of here. Second homer against Cole for Albies, and that quickly the Braves have a lead for the first time in this series. Fourth homer for the aggressive young hitter.
Let's see where the pitch was. Yeah, fastball middle. We talked about AJ needs to stay down and needs to stay in the corners, and that was right down half street. Surprising pop for a little guy. He doesn't get cheated. Fourth tater, as Bob just said.
And a breaking ball in there to Freddie Freeman. That's the 12th homer of the year by the Braves. They're second in the league in runs, 64. The Pirates have 66. Freeman out of play, left side. Nats have now hit 14 homers and given up 13. Third given up by Cole now in a total of 4 innings. Howie's in right field on the shift, and Freeman a flare out to left center. And Goodwin a great try, but it's off his glove. And Freddie Freeman will have a 1-out double. Michael A. Taylor was sort of playing Freeman the other way, couldn't get to that gap. And Brian Goodwin, a tremendous effort. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, kind of an awkward dive. This might be a little whiplash here. Watch his head as he hits the turf. Kind of bounces real hard, and that might have shook him up. Great effort. It might have been fooled on the Freeman swing. You watch the legs come back over, but watch the head. Boom. Anytime you dive for a ball and you're going full speed as an outfielder, that whiplash concussion and whiplash is definitely in play.
Here's Nick Markakis. He's off to a good start, 302. On base percentage of .400. And Nick steps in 2 for 5 with an RBI against Cole. Good heater, outside edge, 1-1.
Yeah, move the ball around, mix it up.
Wow. Well, last night we saw him get a base hit, kept on going, stretch it into a double. Braves have to be excited for what they're seeing from this young switch hitting infielder. Ozzie Albies was the youngest player in the major leagues last year until Victor Robles got called up. 2-1 off speed, had him out ahead. So a good pitch there. Howie throws out Markakis. Freeman to third with 2 outs. So Davies Ball Club has won a series at home now for the first time. Nats and Braves identical records, 3.5 back of the Mets. They play a game tonight in Miami. Kurt Suzuki is next.
Yeah, throughout AJ's career, the slider's been his pitch. Opponents have hit just 108 against that. Fastball, different story. So you'd think against the Braves today, you're going to see a lot of sliders. And maybe fastball for effect into righties to keep him off the slider, but he started him with the slider, and he's going with a 1-0 slider right here.
And front door variety, it stayed up and in, 2-0. Kurt Suzuki started Monday night, had one of their just 2 hits against Max Scherzer. Check swing. Anthony's got to be quick. He is, and he's on target. Outstanding play by Rendon. That'll end the top of the first. Ozzie Albies puts the Braves on top. Fourth in runs, second in home runs, and of course, first in steals. Howie Kendrick, 5 for 13 against the Braves, piling up the doubles and the RBIs. So Howie's hitting .343 overall. He's on an 8-game hitting streak. Matt Adams in front of him today, in there for Ryan Zimmerman. Nationals beat Brandon McCarthy, even though he pitched well at Dodger Stadium last summer. Career 0-2 in 3 starts against the Nats.
Yeah, he'll remind you a little bit of Doug Fister, 6'8", 225, 34-year-old, making his 185th start of his career. 8-3 winner last start at Colorado. Gave up just 3 runs on 5 hits over 6. 88 pitch effort at Coors Field. That's a nice start. You'll take a 3-run start anytime you walk into that ballpark.
Good win on base 3 times in the series. Brian, a couple of walks, a hit and an RBI. A little bit away. It's a good win at 286. And 0 for 3 career against McCarthy. A lot of room left side. And it's interesting, McCarthy threw him 2 fastballs away to start this AB.
Well, he needs that last pitch. I mean, that's where he lives, on the corners and down.
3-0. Goodwin walked to start a 2-run first inning last night. More on the Nats' first inning scoring in a moment and what they've been able to do from the second inning on. And things are tight. 4-pitch walk.
So the Braves defense behind Brandon McCarthy, Tucker, Inciarte, Markakis the outfield, Culberson, Freeman on the corner, Swanson, Albies a double play, and Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. The combination up the middle. There's Kurt Suzuki.
0 for 5 against opposing base runners. Goodwin holding. Turner showed bunt, took a strike. Trey on base 9 of his 11 games this year. So last night during an 0-fer, one of the few times he has not been aboard. Left side, one hopper Culberson. Albies to turn it, and that's about the only way you get Trey Turner on a one hopper at somebody.
Was that Dansby, Culberson, or Charlie Swanson that fielded that? There's Charlie Culberson at third. There's Dansby, Swanson at short. And I mean, the same guys playing on the left side. That's Dansby, Culberson. I mean, the same body shape, same height, same beard, same hair.
Yeah. Let me know if they do a shift. I'll get out the binoculars.
Speaking of hair, I learned that I need another blow dryer today.
And Bryce to second base. Real quick, bottom of the first. McCarthy got the double play, working with an early lead.
Bob mentioned a couple minutes ago, Nationals making a couple roster moves today, keeping Pedro Severino on the roster and Miguel Montero, who opened the season as their backup catcher, designated for assignment. Davey Martinez saying earlier today that Pedro Severino's earned the right to play and to be on this roster. He said he took what we told him in spring training in terms of learning a pitching staff and learning how to call a game and really has incorporated it. The Nationals love what they've seen from him, not only offensively, obviously the numbers are there, but what the work that Sevy has done behind the plate in terms of calling a game has really impressed them early on, guys.
Yeah, not bad the last 2 nights working with those guys who started. A lot of energy and good for Sevy. Preston Tucker, the hitter. This one high in the air. There's one man on the left side. Rendon coming in for the first out. So Adam Eaton, a bone bruised left ankle. Matt Wieters back from the oblique. Moises Sierra is now a Nat. And congratulations to him. He's been in the big leagues before. And of course, Miguel Montero, who started the season 0 for 11. We wish him employment very soon. And there's Matt Wieters. Moises Sierra, by the way, 4 for 12 with an RBI, 4 walks, and a couple of steals in 4 games after hitting .321 in 30 spring training games. So he's back in the big leagues for the first time since 2014, when he split the season between Toronto and the south side of Chicago. Swanson 2 for 7 and RBI first 2 games. There's that good slider, 0-2.
It'll be interesting to see how Dave Martinez splits up the time between Pedro Severino and Matt Wieters.
Yeah. Had him reaching, and Bryce Harper tracking it. 4 in a row now since the blue double by Freeman.
Well, you remember back to the home opener, couple of outs, and Anthony Rendon hits one down the line, and Adam Eaton trucking all the way around from first. Caught his cleat right there, and that's where all the weirdness started. It was the ankle. We thought it was his knee, so now he's going to go on the DL. Rest a little bit, maybe even get some more strength in that leg and come back 100%. Everybody in the first base dugout is hoping.
Dansby Swanson out. Charlie Culberson in, batting 8th. 0 for 2 in the series. Just 12 at bats, big league level this year. 2 hits. Yeah, it's too bad. Adam Eaton hitting .345, got off to the great start in the Cincinnati series. Hey, this is when you find out how deep your organization is.
Yeah, unfortunate for Victor Robles. He might have been called up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying hyperextended elbow right now on Robles, and I got to wait till maybe another 4 or 5 days for the swelling to go down in his elbow before they can really tell what's going on. He started, maybe worth the appeal. Field and Culbreth says no.
We're thinking more sliders today, and to Kurt Suzuki through 3 in a row. Suzuki was all systems go on a 2-0 heater. He dropped the slider, couldn't hold up, and he's doing the same thing here to Culberson. Lots of sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 3-2 slider right here. And they are.
That's a great slider. Thing looked like a strike for quite a while. And A.J. Cole has retired 5 in a row. M&T Bank understanding what's important. So the due up for the bottom of the second, Anthony Rendon. 3 for 8 in the series. Matt Adams gets a start today, and the red hot Kendrick after them.
Arenado and the rest of the Rockies come to town April 12th through the 15th. So tomorrow the Rocks are here. You won't want to miss the series between two playoff teams from last season. Get your tickets at nationals.com. The Rockies are 5-7 right now, 3.5 back in the West.
Gio and Chad Bettis tomorrow night. Tanner and Kyle Freeland, a lefty, Friday night. Max a day game against John Gray Saturday. Strasburg and Tyler Anderson on Sunday. And here's Anthony Rendon on this homestand. He's 3 for 8 in this series. And on the homestand, 8 for 18. McCarthy, 7 pitches, 3 strikes in the first. So he walked Brian Goodwin on 4 pitches. Then he got 3 outs on his next 3 pitches with the double play. They jammed him into left, and the ball hangs up for Tucker. Braves have had that game plan against Anthony, everything in on the hands.
I should say that. That's been the early book on Anthony Rendon. Pound him in, but he's been doing a nice job of pulling his arms in, getting the barrel of the baseball, and getting his knocks anyways.
Maybe the odd stat of the day. The Nats, of course, have scored 18 runs in the first innings of their first 11 games. Today, number 12, and they did not score. From innings 2 on, they've only scored a total of 33 runs. So some early offense, and then things have kind of quieted down. Maybe get started a little later today and do it throughout the afternoon. McCarthy around the plate. Everybody up there swinging, and Matt Adams 0-2. First at bat of this series for the former Brave. Sun's out.
Guns out?
Let's see. Anybody in short sleeves?
Yeah, the guy hitting.
Yeah, those are some guns right there. So Matt, 3 for 16 to start, but of those 3 hits, a homer and 2 doubles. 5 for 10 career against McCarthy.
I think it's a guy like Brandon McCarthy, 6'8", so he's got a lot of downhill to his delivery. You still have to elevate him. What does that mean? Well, as a hitter, my eyes are lighting up when anything's around my belt or above. I'm not even really sitting in the zone. I'm just looking for elevation.
And teams have been pitching Adams away. Braves certainly have. Mets did. He probably saw the video of that home run in Cincinnati and said, we'll challenge him the other way. Full count, 1 out. All right, another walk. Adams aboard. That is his 5th walk of the season, and red hot Howie Kendrick steps in. Inside the Numbers presented by PNC Bank. Make today the day. So the last 37 times in this ballpark against the Braves, the Nats have won an incredible 29 of those, hitting not too far under 300, over with runners in scoring position, plus 50 on the runs, and the pitchers have done their jobs. So Howie has hit safely in almost every game he's played this year. 12 for 35. He had 1 game where he didn't have an official at bat. So it is considered an 8-game streak. Inside 2-0. And he's had the most career at bats against McCarthy of any Nat. 7 hits and 16 at bats with 3 batted in.
That 2-0 slider right there acted more like a changeup. Just kind of sat up there, and I think Howie's thinking about hitting that hole on the right side. That's what he does best, going the other way. That one backed up a little bit.
To the middle, And the glove play by Albies does not work. He tried to style that into a 4-6-3. So they get nobody on the play, and the Nats have 2 runners aboard.
How are you going to score that one? I mean, he went a long way up the middle, and then he tries to do the glove flip, and the ball was at the end of his glove. Did you see that? To do the glove flip, it's got to be more around the pocket. But when it's down on the webbing, you don't know where it's going to go. Look at it. It's in the tip of his glove. It's in the web. So now it goes higher than he's expecting it. And I think they're calling that fielder's choice E4.
Yep. That's the Braves' 3rd error of the series, and they handed the Nats 2 unearned runs last night.
I always go by, was Albies going to be able to spin and throw and get Howie Kendrick at first on that? And that's how I would have scored it. And I might have given him a hit. I don't think he would have got Kendrick at first.
Yeah, that would have been very close. Big spot for Michael A here. He'll tap one. McCarthy to second. Taylor has to hustle, and they get him. So the Braves have doubled up 2 of the Nats' fastest runners today, Turner and Taylor.
The second win of the year, but he went 8 shutout with 3 hits given up. The changeup was devastating last night. Struck out 8 Braves, threw 103 pitches, 64 for strikes, and then after 7 2/3, the skipper came out and said, "Hey, you got one more in you, big boy?" And Steven Strasburg said, "Yep, got the ground ball." Some high fives in the dugout. So after Max Scherzer went complete game 2-hit shutout, Steven Strasburg went 8 innings of shutout baseball, gave up just 3 hits. Back-to-back beauties by the big right-handers.
17 innings, no runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 18 strikeouts from Scherzer and Strasburg. McCarthy could be thrown out at first base on a base hit to right as he leads off, top of the 3rd here. Aces indeed. Strasburg's gone the distance twice in his career, both shutouts against the Phillies, and didn't miss by much last night. Brandon McCarthy 1 for 4 this year. A couple of RBIs in his big league career. He is 7 for 121. Trying to bunt, that's foul and a strikeout.
All right, DC Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
AJ has a couple. First time through the order, the Braves go 2 for 9. Ozzie Albies the solo homer, and Freddie Freeman a double to left center. Inciarte fouled out to Goodwin to start the game. He's going to stroke one out to center. Here comes Taylor on the slide to a knee, and he makes the running catch. 2 outs.
It looked like an off-speed pitch off the end, and Michael A. Taylor with a good read. Remember, he bumped that knee on a diver last night, so he kind of lands on it again here early. Slides on it. I wouldn't say lands on it, looking at the replay again, but a nice play.
Yeah, he went and got Freddie Freeman's drive up the middle in the 9th inning. Turned out to be a big play as the Braves ended the ball game with the tying run in the batter's box. So the Braves have a couple of really young guys, one in the infield, one in the outfield. Albies 21 years of age. Ronald Acuna Jr. just 20. Off to a little slow start with Gwinnett, but he had a couple of hits 2 days ago. And he's one of those Super 2 guys that they could call up as early as this weekend. So Sevy's going to lead off. Cole and Goodwin to follow. And AJ's retired 8 straight. It's Dream Foundation Day. Support the Nationals Dream Foundation. You can purchase a mystery grab bag. Inside there will be an autographed baseball by a Nats player or Dave Martinez. Sales begin at 11 a.m. at the Center Field Plaza. For the 1 o'clock game, get your game tickets at nationals.com. Come out and enjoy some nice weekend weather. Maybe a windbreaker at the most for some of the night games. So that young lady looking for the Nats to get their first couple of hits here. Severino leads off. Fastball up and in. Pedro has now played 39 games in his big league career. 7 for 19 this year. His career batting average, .279. How about around 283 or 4 with that knock? He's now 8 for 20, batting .400 in 2018.
Yeah, we are digging what we're seeing from Pedro Severino, not only behind the plate, but at the plate when he's hit. Look at him go down and get that right back up the middle. Look out, Brandon McCarthy. First knock of the day, and there goes a no-hitter.
Yeah, that took you longer than usual. Usually that's been a first inning deal this year. A.J. Cole has one career sacrifice bunt. Hit a home run in Atlanta last week. That was off Julio Teheran, a solo shot in the second. AJ 3 for 25 as a big league hitter. A catcher that runs well, Culberson, just onto the grass at third. Pulled it back, turns into a good take, ball one.
Well, You know, Max Scherzer had the first stolen base by a Nats pitcher the other night. A.J. Cole hit a tater last time he faced the Braves. Do you let him hit here? Or just bunt him over and be happy with that? We'll see. That good wheels at first. Those of you that don't know, Pedro Severino can run a little bit.
Squares early, lays it down, and that's a beauty. Really deadens the ball nicely. Freeman to Albies. Tying runs at second base, 1 out.
Well, not often you replay a bunt in baseball, but this is a beauty by A.J. Cole. Look at how he just deadens this thing right down the first baseline. It didn't even need to be that good with Pedro Severino running, but that's how you help yourself out. Get some high fives when you go back and put your helmet in the rack. Nicely done.
First time around, Nationals go 1 for 7 with a pair of walks. Goodwin walked to lead off the game for the Nationals offense. Hasn't seen a strike yet. All 8 of his RBIs with runners in scoring position. Ball 6 to the Nats left fielder. All in for the fastball. It was to the outer half.
As you enjoy a Miller Lite at work, sneaking it in your cubicle, look forward to the Hold True moment later in the game. Crushing brews at work.
Secret safe with us.
Not going to say a word. If you're not here, why not?
Shift on, 2-1. Ball 3. So with the pitcher behind in the count and the runner at second, Braves stay in the shift here. They've been moving over when Brian's got 2 strikes on him, but he's only seen 1 strike in 8 pitches. Well, he gashes one to center there. Inciarte back to grab it. 2 outs.
Did everything right there. Worked himself into a nice count. You want to elevate Brandon McCarthy. Got a 3-1 fastball up. Hit it right on the nose. That's right where you want it. See that belt tie? That's where your eyes light up against a guy like McCarthy. And historically, the guys that throw 88 to 91 have given the Nats trouble. But that was a good at-bat by Brian Goodwin. Just couldn't get it over Inciarte's head.
Trey, a 1 hopper to third for a 5-4-3 double play first time. Not saying it hasn't happened, but hard to remember Turner and Taylor hitting into double plays in the same game. Has to be right at somebody. Both have been soft contact by the hitters against Brandon McCarthy. Target away. 1-1.
That's what McCarthy does. I mean, you get all anxious. You got a chance to drive in some runs, and he goes soft on you. End up pounding into the ground. The bigger the situation, the softer he'll throw.
Career record of 65 and 72. McCarthy has been in the big league since he broke in with the 05 White Sox. Of course, they won the World Series that year. Rangers, A's, Diamondbacks, Yankees, Dodgers, and now Braves. And a shot to left by Turner. Here comes Severino. He will score easily. And Trey, with a 2-out RBI, ties the game.
Well, A.J. Cole gets credit for that, helping himself out with a nice bunt. You know, how many times you see a guy not get the bunt down and as a pitcher. So he got Severino in scoring position, then Trey Turner cleaned it up with a nice swing. Just enough to get it over Dansby Swanson's head. Good wheels, easy read with 2 outs. You're going on contact, and a big knock to tie this game up. Trey Turner, and now the fun starts. Here we go.
Yeah. Trey Turner, 5 for 5. Kurt Suzuki, along with his pitchers, 0 for 5 against base runners, and Trey Holtz for the first one. A strike to Bryce. Harper 1 for 6 in the series. 3 walks on Monday night.
I'd say hang out, let Bryce hit for a minute, but when you have Trey Turner's speed, no.
No sign of going yet. 1-1.
McCarthy pretty quick to the plate.
Harper jammed. It's out of play left side. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons with our league leaders. Look at this. In April, all-time on-base percentage plus slugging.
Look at all the no names he's with.
It's like the guy's 25. Get the plaque ready. Come on.
That might be the most star-studded A-list graphic we've ever thrown up on a broadcast. Show me that again. Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Barry Bonds, Jimmy Fox, Rogers Hornsby, Mark McGwire, Lou Gehrig. Who are we missing? Oh my goodness.
Never hurts to be off to a great start. Bryce still leading the major leagues in homers with 6. Maikel Franco 12 RBIs to tie him for second behind Gregory Polanco's 13.
This goes to show you the great ones were ready to play right out of the gate. Now Trey Turner might think about going, even though McCarthy's a 1-2 to the plate.
Fastball up. And because of the previous pitches, the 90 probably played harder than it was. Trey Turner ties the game.
Of the season against the Braves, he said that he felt he was a little timid with his pitches in Atlanta, and what he meant by that was that he wasn't really committing to the movement of the pitch and more focused too heavily on the location. He said that what he really wants to try and do is make sure that he trusts his pitches completely and lets them move the way that they want to, instead of focusing too heavily on location guys, and then the movement of the stuff is lost.
Got Freddie Freeman to flare one to left center first time, but it fell for a double. Since then, All 8 Braves retired. Top of the 4th, second pitch. 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a guy you want to fight back into the count against. We'll see how they decide to go about it here behind 2-0.
Bryce Harper watching it. Room. 2 steps in front of the scoreboard as it stays in the yard.
All right, tomorrow is Military Appreciation Day, part of the Patriotic Series presented by SAIC. All active duty, dependent, reservists, or veterans with military ID or proof of service will receive complimentary tickets to the game. Visit nationals.com for details. So tomorrow, that is cool. All you guys get in free, and you absolutely deserve it. Thank you for your service.
Now that was a very cool lineup in between innings. As we honored them, stood and paid our tribute, and fans waving their caps all over the ballpark. We do it every day here. And a strike to Nick Markakis. Bouncing ball right side, Adams to Cole. Kurt Suzuki is next. AJ, by the way, first 3 innings averaging 11 pitches per. 33 pitches, 22 strikes. First 3 frames. And Suzuki out on a good play by Anthony Rendon, charging hard for a bouncer that saved the Nats a run back in the first inning. Freeman was on third with 2 outs.
You know, when a pitcher gets hit hard by a ball club and you face him your next start, I think you're the one that does most of the work, right? You're watching videos saying, what did they hit? What did I do wrong? As a hitter, if you had 3 hits against him, you're just hoping he does the same thing again. So you're probably, if you're a Brave hitter, just looking for a pitch, maybe the one you hit last time against AJ Cole. So right now, Cole's making the adjustments.
That's going to be gone if it's fair. Hits the pole. 2-1 Atlanta. Kurt Suzuki with his 5th career homer against the Nationals, and the Braves are on top.
First home run of the season for Suzuki, and even though probably not where you wanted to go with 2 strikes, or 1 strike at least. Just like that, the Braves are ahead 2-1, and I'll wear the jinx on that one. But he has been making the adjustments. That wasn't a bad pitch. Just kind of backed up right on the barrel. And you were hoping that would hook foul because you knew it had the distance.
Next up is Preston Tucker.
You know, from the garage over, the ball's carrying. But when you get toward the open part of the ballpark there in left center field where the wind's coming down half street, this whole homestand, and it might even kind of be blowing out to left today. So the wind not a factor on that one. Suzuki got all of it.
So 336 mark. Ball hit about 20 feet up the pole.
Construction workers out there. We still got our view of the Capitol Dome, though.
For a while.
We're pumped about that.
I see one building that's going up along South Capitol Street, and if it gets any higher.
Are we done?
Adios.
Well, maybe they could put the booth a little higher. I still see it.
Never heard an announcer say that. Can we go higher?
Look at all the cranes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just in that shot. There's some other ones to the right.
Yeah.
All the construction here at Navy Yard. It's a place to live in DC now. A place to be. Ever since I moved.
1-2 to Tucker. Fastball away, a good one. But Kurt Suzuki hits one off the fair pole And after 3.5, the Braves have a lead. Fourth inning of Nationals baseball, brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com. Drive to get some ribs for great deals. More on car insurance, visit geico.com. See how much you could save. Teddy, the early lead, but it's not going to hold up. This will be the first of the year for George. Tom's won 3, Teddy's won 2, and Abe is not on. It's National Pet Day, I think I read something.
I thought it was National Doll Whiplash Day.
Abe Lincoln is not on the list with Bryce Harper and those other Hall of Famers. He is not off to a fast start. Shut out.
National Stuffed Animal Whiplash Day.
See your chiropractor as soon as possible. Rendon, a breaking ball, and it's 1-1.
Get it together.
My pet lion, my stuffed animal lion, has a bad neck. Can you help him out? No, but bring your giraffe in next time.
Oh, yeah.
2-1.
Surprised those animals were still intact when they crossed the finish line. It wasn't looking too promising around the foul pole.
That thing diving under Anthony's bat. 2-2.
It's so hard when you know, hey, the game plan against me is pound me in. You look in there as a hitter, you pull a foul, you're susceptible to off speed outside, but Anthony can do a good job of pulling his hands inside and fighting that thing back up the middle. We've seen him do it before. They're coming in again.
He gets a big piece of that one and just gashes it out to center. Anthony Rendon, 4 for 10 in this series. That's some great contact.
I mean, that's what he does. They're pounding him in, and he fights his hands inside. And that ball had a little more plate than the other one, but he's thinking, I got to get inside that ball. They're pounding me in. How do I get him out of there? It's not turn and burn, because all you do is pull it foul. You pull your hands inside. If you're talented like Anthony, get the barrel to it, line it right back up the middle. That was a beautiful swing.
106 mph on that one. Nats have their third hit. Blocked by Suzuki. Kurt's such a good receiver. His bat's really come alive the last year and a half. Great teammate. Adams pulls it. Freddie Freeman. And he gets back to the bag for a 3-6-3. And the Nats have hit into 3 double plays.
You think of Freddie Freeman, you think about his bat, but he's got a cannon at first. We've seen him throw before. Watch the throw here by Freeman. That's got something on it. He picked a lane, threw it inside. A riser to, I think, Dansby Swanson, who turned it back. Was that Swanson or Culberson?
He was up the middle.
Nice turn, steps inside. That whole double play was created by Freddie Freeman throwing that ball inside and giving a clear lane to Swanson for the return throw, and nice job by McCarthy getting over.
Great arms by first baseman. Something we don't talk about very often. Freddie threw a rocket down there.
That was a big league double play.
Up the middle, and Howie Kendrick has a 9-game hitting streak.
.107-mile-an-hour ground ball. Is that 5-hole? Look like it.
Anthony Rendon has 15 hits. Howie Kendrick has 13. Highest totals on the team so far. Michael A. Taylor out to short. And that's it for the Nats. Piling up some base runners today. 3 double plays have kept them from tying or leading in this one.
And to be continued with the Nats. Albies and Suzuki solo shots. Pedro Severino single and a run. A.J. Cole 45 pitches so far, 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, Nationals haven't hit a home run in this series. A.J. pitching well. He's retired. 11 of 12. Swanson, Culberson, McCarthy 7, 8, 9 here. Top 5. Cloud cover. Outfielders like that. And a good slider for a strike. Might have been the curve, low 80s. One mile an hour faster and great location. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast. .45 pitches, 30 strikes through 4. Three starters in the series, 4 innings, Max 44 pitches, Strasburg 45, Cole 45.
Yeah, AJ's thrown 49 pitches, 12 sliders of the 49.
One-two punch. Who's the one? Who's the two? Right now, they're both big time lead starters. 17 innings, as we mentioned. No runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 18 strikeouts, those two. Monday night, Tuesday night. Two and two.
The 3 shakes to his slider. He has confidence in the pitch, but that was an easy take for Dansby. That was never really in the zone. Ideally, he wants to start that about belt high outer third and let it break down and away off the plate. Get the swing through strike 3. Going with it again.
Yeah, pretty easy take there. He had him 0-2. AJ Cole, first walk today. Swanson, Culberson, Kolko. Go ahead, Dan.
Bob, we've noticed the look-alike nature with Dansby Swanson and Charlie Culberson. We're not the only ones. Culberson made a really impressive diving catch a few days ago that made #1 on a national network's top 10 plays. They referred to him as Swanson the entire highlight. The two of them apparently have embraced it and cracked jokes about it. Charlie telling reporters recently, "We may look alike, but I've got a wife and 3 kids on him."
I mean, you throw Coco in there too, right? Swanson, Culberson, Coco. Is that Masson Dan on first?
Culberson, 28 years of age. Swanson still a pup.
Take off your shades, meat.
Swanson, 24.
It's so cool. Real sunny out here too.
Yeah, you're looking really cool, Dan, in the clouds. Goodwin, first out. Top of the 5th. McCarthy. We need a picture of Dan Coco next to a young Robert Mitchum. That's the call I'm making. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. A lot of kids going, who's Robert Mitchum? Your subscription includes MLB at Bat Premium, live baseball on your favorite supported devices, blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv. Brendan McCarthy on a 2-strike pitch first time, tried to bunt and struck out. Hit the ball foul to the right side, and AJ Cole with a fastball inside edge.
Interesting, no bunt there for McCarthy. He can swing it a little bit. Got the whole left side too, with Rendon in and Turner up the middle.
Takes a stab at that one, and Severino had thoughts at first. Matt Adams was off the bag, and the count 0-2.
Remember, Brandon McCarthy got hit by a line drive in the head when he was an Athletic. And it was ugly for a while. I wonder if you have flashbacks right there. Get out of the way. Backup slider heading right for his coconut.
One-two pitch with 1 out. Way inside.
It might not be a bad idea to throw over here to see if he's still bunting. He looked like he's swinging. That's why AJ maybe stepped off.
He's going to bunt into a strikeout for the second time. Juan Soto went deep yesterday. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. Lot to like about him. His name comes up a lot with Mike Rizzo when teams want to make a deal. He's like, forget it. Juan Soto. Just 19. Inciarte up there hacking. Nats have, for the most part, kept their leadoff guy off base. He's 1 for 10 in this series. And Inciarte right now battling to stay above 200. Good ball player, though. Pretty consistent for them since coming over from Arizona with Dansby Swanson in the Shelby Miller deal back in December of 15. How does that deal look for the Braves right now? 291 his first year in Atlanta, 304 last year. .298 career hitter.
Yeah, Swanson is going. He's been looking like he wants to go this whole sequence. Got a lean going right there. Chip Hale's running the defense, the throwovers and the pitch outs. We'll see what they decide to do here. Everybody looking at Dansby Swanson in the first base dugout to see if he's going.
1 for 1 this year. As he holds its way outside.
But you see the lean by Swanson, even though he tipped that he was thinking about going, it made AJ Cole speed up his delivery, a slide step, and his release point was late and he missed.
Howie Kendrick, shallow right field, and AJ Cole continues to pitch in solid fashion today. Severino, a base hit and a run. He'll lead off. But lately in the number 8 spot for our ball club in FP, he got it going back in the 3rd.
Yeah, there goes a no-hitter, line drive up the middle, then a sacrifice bunt gets him to second base. Nicely done, AJ Cole. And then with 2 outs, Trey Turner with a line drive to left center scored Pedro Severino for the Nats' only run. So 1 run on 4 hits. Gonna try to get it going right here, right now in the 5th inning.
Batting a cool 400 in this series, 3 for 8 with a walk. Look at that. Over 500 in terms of getting on base. And he was locked up on a breaking ball. Suzuki grabbed it and tagged him. First out, 5th inning.
All right, Friday the 13th, be at the ballpark and celebrate your favorite closer, Sean Doolittle bobblehead night. That's presented by M&M's. It's the first of 5 2018 bobbleheads. Screech is super excited about it. Look at him. He's had a lot of coffee today. For tickets, visit nationals.com and get your Sean Doolittle bobblehead. It's a good one.
And A.J. Cole taking a healthy hack. Cole on the mound, 63 pitches, 41 strikes through 5. 2 runs on just 3 hits. He's walked a batter, struck out 4.
Remember April 3rd in Atlanta's last start? Gone off Julio Teheran, fastball up and in, pulled the hands in and drilled it just over the 375 side of left center.
He didn't wave that one goodbye, did Teheran?
Didn't. Slow trot too. He enjoyed that one.
Yeah, one of our friends with the Braves had a time on that trot. I think it was well over 20 seconds. Just dropped that in when we said hello the other day. AJ 1-2 and fastball in there. 2 outs here in the 5th. With a note on that home run, here's Dan.
Bob, talking to A.J. Cole at his locker a couple days ago, he held his batting gloves up to me and said, these are getting a little dirty, a little old. I think I might throw them away. I said, nah, man, those have a homer in them. You can't throw them away. He said, you know, good point. I'm keeping them.
Well done, Dan.
Well done. He just struck out. Nice call, Coco.
You were giving our Mass and Dan a hard time today.
He had a nice butt first time with those gloves on.
Goodwin hit the ball on the sweet spot. Last time up, lined out right to Inciarte. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and they're in that shift until the count would go to 2 strikes. Target away. And Brino rolled it over to the right side. To the bag in plenty of time. McCarthy, yeah, he does look like Doug Fister. Running around the infield. Did he hurt himself at the bag? He is hurt. Calling for the trainer. 5th inning is over. Ooh.
Did he reach back for the ball and separate his shoulder? I mean, he's reaching for his tricep right now. He did have a little reach back on the feed from Freddie Freeman. And did something dislocate on that? He's in pain. A lot of pain. Are they putting it back into place as we speak? I think they are. Watch him reach back right there. I think he's popping it back in. Oh.
Wow. Hope he's okay. He's going to walk off here after 5, 2-1. McCarthy continue.
That was odd. I want to say they popped his shoulder back into place down the first baseline. The way he waved his trainer on and what they did down there. And how he just jogged off the field like he was all right. Now everyone's laughing in the dugout. I mean, did he just dislocate his shoulder and pop it back in? You know, once you do that, if it's an old football injury, it has a tendency to keep. I had a buddy in high school that hurt it, and it would just pop out all the time. And they'd put it back in like it was nothing, like a jammed finger, you know?
Yeah. So, Sam Freeman warming up for the Braves if needed. Albies, Freeman, and Markakis. Tough inning for A.J. Cole, all from the left side of the plate. And he's keeping the ball away from Ozzie since that first inning home run. And he drops the curveball in there. Nissan on the pitch cast. Braves only have 3 hits today, but one went way over the scoreboard from the bat of Albies. Freddie Freeman a bloop double after that, and then Kurt Suzuki's fly ball 2 innings ago down the line, right off the pole, left field corner. 3-2 pitch here, swing and a miss on 91 away. And for A.J. Cole, strikeout number 5, and you always want the bases empty with the next guy coming in.
Yeah, so 32 of AJ's 70 pitches today have been either a slider or a curveball, and he goes fastball there to Ozzie Albies to end the at-bat. Nice pitch. So showing him soft early, speeding him up late, kind of pitching backwards here against the Braves, and so far so good. He's only given up a couple of runs.
Yeah, Matt Grace getting ready, and A.J. Cole, this pitch count just now reaching 71 with 1 out in the 6th inning. Last time he faced the Braves, he threw 75 pitches in 3 2/3, and they got him for 10 earned runs on 10 hits, 3 walks. So a quantum leap better today. Breaking ball, Freeman out ahead of it, and this one to the right of the pole. 77 miles an hour had Freddie way out ahead. Ball 4. Second walk today.
Well, big conference going on the top step right now. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, he wants grace from Markakis, does Davey Martinez. And A.J. Cole should get a nice ovation. 5 1/3. 2 runs on 3 hits, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts. He pitched well today. He's going to leave here in the 6th. Matt Grace for Markakis when we come back to Nats Park with the Braves on top. Made their way up to the TV booth here. A lot of different varieties. Oh man, looks like some onion rings there, and see some jalapenos, and crushing about to take place. Analysts have the ability to eat lots of food during a telecast. Play-by-play guys can't afford that. So FP doing his thing as we go. Grace and Markakis. Nick Markakis 1 for 8 career against Matt, who jams him on the first pitch and gets a foul off to the left side. For Matt, his 7th appearance. 2 hits, 2 runs, and 6 2/3 so far, with a walk and 7 strikeouts. Numbers really good to start the season. So the next time you come to the ballpark, our whole purpose here is to have a little fun in the booth, and we want you to try the CU Tater. Opening up FP's headset at our own risk here. Front door on the slider stays inside.
Is it working? Oh, there. Yeah, backyard barbecue tots, buffalo tots, Chesapeake Bay tots, and tachos. CU Tater. If the Nats hit a home run today, that's your call. Deal?
Yeah. Hey, anything to channel one. As I mentioned, Braves have not given up a Washington homer in this series.
Stuff looks amazing, but we need a treadmill in the booth too.
Sauna,
treadmill,
sweat it out.
Sauna, angioplasty. No, it looks good.
2-2 with 1 out. Grace on the attack with a fastball, and he misses. AJ Cole 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 76 pitches, 47 strikes. Now it's 3-2, Grace to Markakis. And he got a pop-up. Severino ejecting the mask and the helmet. 2 down. So Matt takes on a righty now, and Kurt Suzuki, who's never faced him. How you doing over there?
I don't know. I think Nats fans are excited because I'm eating and not talking. Finally found a way to shut me up.
We'll be doing this in the 6th inning of every remaining home game this year. Suzuki, sorry, I don't want you to make a mess over there.
Now you might have to drop a Heimlich on me if you keep making jokes while I'm eating.
Do they have the Chesapeake one back there, Joe? May have to try that in between innings. Just a little bit. Dan Coco. Boy, what a coincidence. He shows up in the booth. Michael A. Taylor has it. We're going bottom 6. Nats pitching solid. Turner, Harper, Rendon. Some fast, big guns coming up. Trey has a big hit today. There's a future net. So our due-up, Turner, Harper, Rendon in this series brought to you by Ram. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer or log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. So Sam Freeman, first appearance of this series. 30-year-old lefty in for Brendan McCarthy, who could not continue after that mishap on the play at first last inning. 8th appearance, no runs, 2 hits and 5 1/3. He's a good situational guy. 4 strikeouts. Trey Turner 0 for 3 career against him. Mets down by a run, long way to go, and the bullpens will carry the day for both ball clubs. Turner a rocket to left. Trey 2 consecutive hits. Hits number 9 and 10 on the year. Interesting about Turner, he hasn't done a ton of hitting, but he's walked 9 times and his on-base percentage is over .350.
Yeah, I'm reading up on Brandon McCarthy, and he dislocated his non-throwing shoulder last year doing kettlebell exercises and missed a lot of time with the Dodgers. So I think we had it right. I think he had his shoulder pop out and it was put back into place by his trainer after he touched first base. Somebody on Twitter gave me the heads up. I Googled it, and yeah, he missed a ton of time with the Dodgers last year because of what we just saw. Crazy. So
George Polis, the Atlanta trainer, out there in a hurry. Here's Bryce representing the lead run, bottom 6. Harper 1 for 6 career against Freeman. Couple of strikeouts, 1 RBI. Target away. And Bryce into the glove of Freeman for a 1-3 double play. 4th double play today by the Braves.
Yeah, I think that might have been a double play either way. Look at where Dansby Swanson is standing. That would have been a tailor-made one-hopper. It looks like bad luck because the pitcher snagged the line drive, but the Braves had Bryce played perfectly. And that shot behind home plate showed you that Swanson was standing right there.
Base is empty, 2 outs, Rendon. Anthony 0 for 2 against Freeman. Swinging a good bat. Base it up the middle last time. Jammed into a long fly ball his first time up. Anthony's now hit safely 11 of 12 Nationals games this year. 1-1. Nats got a run in the 3rd. Severino the leadoff hit. Cole a good bunt. After Goodwin lined out hard, Trey out to left center to tie the game at that time prior to the Suzuki 4th inning homer. So the Braves have turned double plays today, started by the 3rd baseman, the pitcher, the 1st baseman, and then a line drive to the pitcher Freeman. What are you going to do?
Story of the game.
Rendon took the off speed. Counts even.
Staying in the fight, fouling off pitches with 2 strikes. Hoping to get something better.
Off speed, and Sam Freeman, who throws hard, comes out and throws some junk to get Rendon and the Nats, and this ball game is into the 7th.
Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Yeah, beautiful day. Sun's out in our nation's capital. We're going top 7. Matt Grace and Preston Tucker here. Grace 8 pitches, 5 strikes to get Markakis and Suzuki to end the 6th. Shift on. Howie way out in right field, and he's hit by the first pitch. That was Tucker's first career AB against Matt Grayson. Next up is Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 2 against the Nats lefty.
I'll tell you what, the backyard barbecue tots are worth the price of admission. Phenomenal.
Well done.
CU Tater. Check it out.
We'll be sampling other ballpark fare in the coming weeks. So we'll look forward to Dan's next visit to the booth. Okay, buddy. Always great to have you up here with us. He does come up and visit us on a regular basis, not just when there's free food.
He does. I've already been too hard on him today, so I'm not going to pile on. I've been crushing him.
Your second best crushing day, or second best crushing appearance of the day, I should say.
Yeah, those tots had no shot.
Very nice.
It was like I was going to the electric chair.
Fun at the old ballpark. Day baseball. Rockies will be here tomorrow night for the first of 4. Gio and Chad Bettis. Ian Desmond coming to town. This time he gets to play. He was hurt last year. 0-2 and it's way inside. Sammy Solis not able to nail it down in the 9th inning last night. Threw 10 pitches. Ryan Madsen came in and got the save. First of the year and the 88th of his career. That's a great fastball. Inside edge. Swanson can't believe it. 1 out. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Well, Dansby thought it was in. Good frame by Severino. It was, according to PitchCast. But he hit a spot.
Culberson next.
You know, I'm thinking with this, mound visit thing, Carp. Both teams still have 6 left. It's meant to speed up the game. If they use all 12 mound visits in the last 3 innings, we'll be here till tomorrow. So in essence, the game would go even slower based on you piling up the visits and waiting until the end of the game to use them if you wanted them.
Yeah, if you do. I do think, let's just take the first 5 innings of games. And of course, last 3 nights we're talking Scherzer, Strasburg, and AJ pitched well today. I think the first half of ball games maybe are moving quicker, but there's always those visits that come later, and we'll see how it all works out. Too short. Turner. Kendrick. No. Slow bouncer. Took a while for things to develop. The Potomac Nationals played this morning, and they will be back in town, not this weekend, but next. So next Thursday, cheers with drink specials. Friday night, another famous Friday. Saturday, Carolina League Legends card set giveaway, presented by Blowout Cards, the fantastic store. Call them, log on, check them out. Number 9 spot.
Are they looking to see if
maybe the runner at second was safe?
Maybe. Something's going on. Let's look at it again. Saying his foot was off the bag when he caught it. Boy, that's splitting hairs right there.
And that's the neighborhood play that's been around forever, but not anymore.
Clearly safe at first. Was his foot off the bag before it hit his glove? It's just got to touch any part of the leather. Ooh, looked like it there. Doesn't matter what we think. That's what Chelsea, New York thinks. Tell you what, if they called that back in the day, there would have never been a double play turned. I don't know if I ever touched second base, turning a double play from second. Fios by Verizon Expo will show you. From TVs to tablets, everything is amazing on the 100% fiber optic network. Visit getfios.com today. Was he off the bag? Yes. Is this baseball? No. I mean, I came up as a shortstop, probably never touched second base on a double play once in the minors. As you shuffle your feet, you kind of rotate out to right center. And second base in the big leagues, maybe 1 out of every 10 you touch the base.
And both runners are safe.
That's the game now, and you got to touch it, but it just doesn't seem like baseball. When you're breaking it down to the fraction of a millisecond. I mean, good catch by the clubhouse for the Braves.
Sure.
I mean, if that's the way it's going to be called, that's the way the game is, that's how it is. But so nice job down in the clubhouse by the Braves computer guys to see that, the replay guys down there. I didn't see it live. I don't think anybody did.
Lane Adams is 0 for 1 career against Matt Grace. So a drastically different 7th inning situation now. Adams up there hacking, strike 1. Pretty good lead by Tucker, getting aggressive out there. Howie hanging as close to the bag as he can. And they've given Howie an error on that play for not being on the bag. Up the middle, Howie to the bag this time, and a 4-3 double play. So Kendrick straight ahead to the bag, and the Nats finally turn one.
Sorry, partner, I had to say it. Touch second base.
Veteran player karma coming into play as Howie gets an immediate chance to clean things up. Still 2-1, Nats behind. Dan Winkler for the Atlanta Braves, and Matt Adams, one career plate appearance against him, a former teammate, with a walk.
A 6th appearance, fastball, slider, cutter, fastball averaging 93.
Braves have a new left fielder, Peter Borges. And he's batting in the number 6 spot. Looks like a straight up switch for Preston Tucker.
That almost got Screech.
Brandon McCarthy out of the game with a subluxation of his left shoulder, defined as a partial dislocation or a slight misalignment of the vertebrae. And chiropractors say that's the cause of many health problems when the vertebrae aren't lined up. So we hope he's all lined up and ready to go 5 days from now.
Thanks, Doc Carpenter.
I do not make house calls.
Or read WebMD live on the broadcast.
I didn't go to WebMD. I just Googled subluxation. I figured something had to come up. 2-2. Oh, and now Adams hit by a pitch. Way off the plate.
Yeah.
And the Nats have the tying run on base.
Do you think about pinch running for Matt Adams here if you're Dave Martinez down by 1 in the 7th?
Defoe's in there. Moises Sierra in there.
Right off the quad, wear it for the ball club. Tie and run on here in the bottom of the 7th. I mean, he's wounded. He's in pain still at first base. Freddie Freeman giving it to him a little bit. They're having a chuckle over there, hugging it out. Freddie seems like a good dude. I mean, we know he is, but even within the game, the guys seem to like him.
Yeah, guy who replaced him at first base when Freddie got hurt last year. And Freddie went to third for a while with Adams at first.
Teammates last year in Atlanta.
So Moises Sierra, first day in the big leagues this time around. Matt Reynolds. Wilmer Defoe, of course, who can fly. A ball and a strike to Howie Kendrick, who's 0 for 2 career with a walk and an RBI against Dan Winkler. 28-year-old righty. Howie 1 for 2 today. 9-game hitting streak.
Our DC Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this season. Lexus, experience amazing.
Howie waited for the breaking ball and popped it to left center. Peter Borges for the out. First out, 7th inning. So everybody wearing the shades and communicating there after the play. Michael A. Taylor and Pedro Severino, the next two. Taylor 0 for 4 against Winkler. Michael A. 1 for 10 in this series. Nats wait for him to break out.
Keeping that foot down, trying the new approach. Sometimes it's hard to incorporate a new approach when the at-bats are piling up. I've been there, done that a million times. You do something in the cage and BP, it feels amazing, but taking it into game speed's a whole new deal. And Michael A. Taylor trying to get that foot down early so he can see the baseball better. And it's going to take a minute to get used to that new approach. And meanwhile, the at-bats are piling up. That's the hard part.
Yeah, nobody anticipated Michael A. with 1 RBI through 40 at-bats. Target is upstairs. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. It's up to Pedro.
Yeah, fastball up and just late. We've seen him get on top of that pitch. That's the ball he hit out in Game 5 in this ballpark in the NLDS. The fastball up around his eyes. He can get on top of it when the timing's there. That just got by him.
Yeah, in the bullpen, if the Nats tie or take the lead, you would think Ryan Madsen in the 8th. Sammy Solis is ready. How many pitches did Ryan have to throw last night? 11 pitches, 8 strikes to get that save. And if the inning continues, Wilmer Defoe in the pitcher's spot. Nissan pitch cast. Two on, and Pedro Severino just continues to get on base. Twice today, base hit last night, double and a walk on Monday. So the Nats are getting a lot of first base bags out of that number 8 spot. Here's Defoe. Wilmer 0 for 2 against Dan Winkler.
Yeah, looking for that big hit to tie this thing up or more. Matt Adams going to have to work hard on his secondary lead to score in a single here.
Big gap right center. Fastball low.
And Inciarte can throw and he's accurate. Same with Markakis. You know, not cannons by any means, but they can throw. And it's usually on the money. And you look at Borges in left, he's playing shallow. So Matt Adams going to have to boogie should Wilmer Defoe get a base hit.
There's a base hit. Here comes Borges. Bob Henley's going to send him, and a good throw gets him by a wide margin. Braves hold on to the lead 2-1. So the Nats have been victims of 4 double plays today, and now a runner thrown out at the plate.
Did he have a lane? Is that what they're looking at? Because he looked out from up here, and Dave Martinez is going to hold it, and we'll see together. So you saw where Borges was playing. He was shallow, right? The one hopper, he was on it, made a nice throw to home plate. Matt Adams, who got hit by a pitch at his right quad, did all he could do. He had a nice secondary lead and a good jump. They waved it off. We're going out with it. Check it out one more time. Borges, who just came in the game, and he's obviously loose with a one-hop bullet right on the money. Kurt Suzuki did a nice job with the tag.
Nats about hit the Braves 6-3. 2-1 Atlanta on a pair of home runs, and it's Sammy Solis and Ender Inciarte.
A 6th appearance for Sammy.
Got one out on a hard hit Freeman ball in the 9th inning last night. And Adams will take care of that.
So give Wilmer some love for coming off the bench with the knock. You get so wrapped up in the play at the plate, you forget to tip your cap to Wilmer Defoe. That's not easy to do. And did he have a lane there? Now, Kurt Suzuki caught it out there and then blocked the play. See, that's the one where it's legal to blow up the catcher if you want. But everyone's so trained on not doing it now, or when they can do it, when they can't. It's just hard to make that decision split second. If you're going to truck the catcher, that's one you usually made up around 2 steps around third base. Like, okay, if this is close, I'm running him over. It's hard to do at the last second.
Ozzie Albies, first inning homer. 1 for 3 on the day. He had a double against Sammy in the 9th inning last night. Base hit to right in the first inning. He stretched into a double, then a clean double against Sammy later in that game. 2-1 pitch. Hot shot. Rendon knocks it down. Not a whole lot he could do on that. And Ozzie Albies has a 4-hit series against the Nats.
Well, this one came up and bit Anthony, didn't it? Playing in for the bunt. Watch that last hop. Maybe got the lip. But not a whole lot Rendon could do right here except for self-defense. He got a glove on it. The ball was just hit a little bit too hard. No, he didn't get a glove on it. He got a right quad on it.
Freeman hit the ball hard to center on a line drive to Michael A. Taylor last night that Michael made a great play on. He's going to chop this one. Adams, he'll go to, no, he's going to go to short. Did he have a hard time getting the handle? 2 outs. Tomorrow night, Chad Bettis, 26-23 career, goes for the Rockies. He's 1-0 with a .253, and here's Gio. Off to a pretty good start. 2 earned runs in 11 1/3 so far. A Webb gem on a comebacker. And that'll be a regular 7 o'clock Thursday night game here. Looks like they're going to hit for Nick Markakis here. Oh, no, sorry, he's in there. I was looking at the on-deck circle. So it'll be lefty-lefty. Braves don't have much on the bench, and they wouldn't use Ryan Flaherty in this situation.
Well, that's just
lefty. That wouldn't happen.
A stall piece in case Kurt Suzuki hits this inning to get Brandon Kinsler loose. That's all that was.
Yeah, he's up and throwing now. Madsen took a seat once the Nats didn't tie the game. Markakis 0 for 3 today. Solis walked him last night, and that was the last batter he faced. Three and 0.
I don't remember if Nick Markakis likes to swing 3-0, but this wouldn't be a bad time. He's ready. Change up 3-1.
Yeah, lefty changeup, huh?
Markakis literally scratching his head after that. Now, as a hitter, there's doubt. Is he throwing me a 3-2 fastball? I mean, you have to be on it. It's mid-90s. You can't sit on a changeup if you're Markakis. So.
Swing and a miss on a 93 heater.
Nice comeback.
Yeah. So the Nats are just a run down. Goodwin, Turner, Harper. Bottom 8 getting late in a very close game.
True moment. Go back to the 6th inning. Bryce Harper with a bullet. Snagged by Sam Freeman. Double play. Might have been a double play either way, but a big moment in the game after the leadoff single from Trey Turner, his 2nd hit of the day. And Bryce frustrated. Looked like maybe they were mounted a little comeback there at a big play in this game, and Bryce will hit 3rd in the 8th.
And with A.J. Minter coming on to make his 2nd appearance in a row. 1 hit, a double by Defoe in the 8th inning last night. The Nats will counter with Moises Sierra. First Nationals AB. 243, 9 homers, 37 RBIs in 180 games. Parts of 3 years with the White Sox and the Blue Jays.
We saw him a lot in West Palm Beach, and he can hit. Trying to tie it up right there. You'd imagine there's a lot of adrenaline flowing right now for Moises.
Back in the big leagues for the first time in 4 years. 4 for 12, a couple of steals, 4 walks and RBI at Syracuse in 4 games. .321 with 2 homers, 11 RBIs, and 3 doubles in spring training.
That's why you have a good camp. You just never know what's going to shake down once the season starts. It's so hard when a manager looks you in the eye and says, hey, great camp. Hopefully we'll see you sometime this year. You just don't know. Baseball's so unpredictable.
Close and a good take. 2-2.
I think Jonathan Solano thought he was going to be in the big leagues when he got sent down. Now Moises Sierra getting a shot.
Moises 11+ years in the minor leagues with the Blue Jays, White Sox, Royals, and Marlins. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 93 elevated with some cut on it. First out, 8th inning. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
A little challenge fastball up in the zone, had a little cut to it. And now this is the game for the Braves, keeping Trey Turner off first with Bryce Harper looming. I mean, this is everything. The save is right here, right now, when you have one of the fastest guys in baseball down by 1 in the bottom of the 8th, and Bryce Harper lurking.
They're pinching at the corners. Case of a bunt. Trey 1 for 1 with a single against Minter career.
A late cut to Minter's fastball.
Yeah. Burgess deep in left. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Fastball. 96. Minter strikes out 2, and he'll face Harper.
Yeah, that inside fastball to righties has been called by Chad Whitson all day, and that one was inside the box. Didn't look like Trey liked it, but a pretty good pitch by Minter.
Bryce, 1 career plate appearance against the lefty. It was a walk. Slight delay on the strike call.
Bottom corner. Ish.
So Bryce has only seen 35% of pitches in the strike zone. Fewest in the major leagues.
I mean, you got to be thinking the other way here if you're Bryce, especially with 2 strikes, right? You got a lefty with pretty decent fastball moving away as you look at double barrels in the Nats bullpen. I don't think Kurt Suzuki going to challenge him anywhere in this sequence. Might get a mistake, though.
And a ball cutting away, and Minter goes hopping off the mound, having struck out Sierra, Turner, and Harper.
of the game. Ozzie Albies in the first inning. Right center field homer. That's his 4th of the year. And then Kurt Suzuki pulls his hands in on a backup slider. It goes deep for the first time, and those are the Braves' run in this game. Runs on home runs. Heard your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Your Ford drives of the game.
2-4-1 Braves, 1-6-1 Nats. Top of the 9th coming up. Pedro Severino on base 2 more times today for the Nats. Brendan Kinsler gave up runs in 3 straight appearances over the weekend against the Mets. So he's looking to bounce back. He gets Suzuki, Borges, and Swanson. Top of the 9th, and Moises Sierra stays into play left. Kurt Suzuki 0 for 2 career against Kinsler. First appearance of this series. Jammed him pretty well. Foul ball, 1-1.
Yeah, that's the barometer, so to speak, when Brandon's out there. Is he getting ground balls to the left side off righties? And, you know, he's run into some tough luck early in this season. So he's going to be out there a lot for the Nats in big situations. He'll be fine. There is no worries about Brandon Kinsler in the first base dugout at all.
Hot shot. Turner nowhere near able to reach it. And Kurt Suzuki a 2 for 4 day, and in the series he's 3 for 8.
He's slowly creeping up on the Nat killer list, by the way.
He is. Peter Borges is next. 1 for 3 career against Kinsler. I will give you his numbers after the at bat.
Yeah, Borges can fly, and the bunt does play here. This is one where, you know, if you're fast, you bunt for a hit, and if you goof up, at least it's a sacrifice. Not a bad idea. Although I've seen a lot of data recently where a runner on second with 1 out, you rather have a runner on first
And not give up the
and
out.
not give up the out. Yeah. It's more likely to score than the runner on second with 1 out that's sacrificed over. I'm starting to pay attention to all this NASA stuff, Carp. Man, you have to now. The data's there. You can't, you know, just stick your nose in the air and not pay attention to it anymore. Especially if it makes sense.
Yeah, the results, if they're there.
I mean, you can't manage out of a binder or a laptop, but, you know, if what your eyes are telling you is matching the data you have, that's when it's super useful in my mind.
One and 2. Low in the zone for the first out. And now we'll tell you, Peter Borges is 0 for 15 to start the season. More on Brandon Kinsler. Here's Dan. And Dan, I know you spent quite a bit of time lately chatting with him.
Yeah, Bob, Brandon Kinsler, he's obviously well aware of his struggles over the last week or so. He feels that the root of the problem is mechanical. He hasn't been able to consistently find his arm slot, and it's been a work in progress for him really from day to day. He feels like he's made some progress in that regard. He's able to more consistently get to that proper slot, which allows his sinker to work the way that he wants it to.
Well, didn't get the ground ball there, but he got a strike right at the knees.
And when you're a pitch to contact guy and you rely on that movement late, and that's been your bread and butter over the years, and you've closed a lot of games, And Derek Lilliquist will tell you, you get on top of the ball, get that true sink, and it's just like hitters getting into a rhythm in the season. He'll be fine.
Well, he buried that one, didn't he?
No worries. Yeah, that was a good pitch.
Two-one Braves. It's been that way since the fourth inning. Good slide to the right by Severino. And he jumps up like a cat ready to throw it down to first.
Well, when you got a ground ball pitcher, that's a big play to keep the double play in order. Even though Dansby can run a little bit.
The ball game that's had 5 double plays today, 4 by the Braves. Low pitch, and it just wouldn't stay in Severino's mitt.
Man, watch the late movement. So it looks like a strike until right about there and just kind of drops off the table. He's getting on top of the sinker now. It's got true sink to it.
Swanson, a pretty good swing on a ball inside. Line to Sierra, 2 down. Culberson 0 for 3. 2 for 2 career with a home run, couple of RBIs against Kinsler. Arodys Vizcaíno has not had one save opportunity yet for the Braves. They're 6-5, and a lot of their wins have been very lopsided because their offense has been so good. Two-0, and he threw it right by him. There's Ryan Flaherty for the pitcher if the inning continues. Braves bullpen today, 3 innings, no runs, 2 hits.
Good
Keeps
pitch.
pounding him inside, huh?
Yeah. I always thought sinker ball guys were better, A, when they were a little more fatigued, and B, when there was some humidity in the air. The temperatures got warmer and they could really sink their fingers into the baseball. You talk to pitchers around the league in April when it's cool and dry, it's tough to get a real good grip on the baseball. Although Max and Steven did pretty well the last couple nights. Good take.
Yeah, similar to the pitch that struck out Borges.
That was a fastball with split action, and Charlie saw it early.
3-2 now, and Suzuki gets a head start at first. Matt Adams will hang with him as long as he can. Outfield not too deep. Around to the right a bit. And way outside, 2 on, 2 out. And a big spot for Ryan Flaherty, who's off to a great start, hitting .343. has never hit against Kinsler.
Well, this becomes big all of a sudden.
And Suzuki's getting a huge lead. Trey Turner trying to hop around behind him a little bit, let him know he's in the area.
Well, he's getting a lead because if you look at the outfield, everybody's shallow. Sierra, Taylor, even Harper and Wright shallow. And Kurt sees that. And good base runner check the outfield before every pitch. And he knows even with 2 outs, he's got to get a huge lead to score.
Twenty pitches in the inning now for Brandon Kinsler. That's in there.
Yeah, front hipper. Started it right at Flaherty and ran it back. Look at that. Off the plate. No way that's a strike. And watch it come back late. You do 2 things. You throw a slider off that now or repeat it. See what they decide. Slider.
Yeah. Two-one ball game, top of the 9th. 4, 5, 6 coming up. And he got him on the off speed. What a great slider. 2 Ks for Kinsler in the inning. So here comes Rendon. Power of Adams behind him. And then Howie Kendrick. Find your local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at midatlanticcomfort.com. 3 outs with which to work for the Nats to go for the sweep here. Rendon, Adams, and Kendrick. Arodys Vizcaíno, 27 years of age. As I mentioned, no save opportunities this year. 33 in his career. And in his career, he's also blown 10 saves with that number.
Got pretty good fastball. Mid to upper 90s. Curveball and change to complement it. You know, maybe we should change seats for the first time this year. I'll stand up, see if that works.
Anthony Rendon, 2 walks, 2 RBIs against Vizcaino. 0 for 4, gets him in the foot, and a great pick by Freddie Freeman, and I'm sure the Nats will have a look.
Safe.
Keeps him from reaching.
We're a long ways away, but he looked safe to me, and maybe it was because I was anticipating it, but what a pick by Freeman, like you said, Carp.
Looks out on that one.
Yeah.
Nats are going to challenge. Why not?
Skate saving a beauty by Vizcaino to keep that thing in the infield. That was ticketed for center field, right? And then right there might be your best look. And for those of you that don't know, it just has to touch any sort of leather in Freddie's glove and then be secured in the back of the glove. So when they decide whether he's safe or out is the first time that ball hits black leather. And that's hard to tell, man, isn't it? See, that's not the angle. It's the one from home plate going up the line. Maybe this one will help you. I think his leg might be in the way. Yeah, it's the one from home plate toward first. Yeah, this one. Maybe even this one's better, huh? Exmo never lies. What do you got? Right there. Ooh, he's out.
The call is out, and that's how the 9th inning starts. Vizcaino recovered and threw him out. Freddie Freeman bailed him out. Next up is Matt Adams, 0 for 3 career against Vizcaino. Up there ripping.
I mean, when you do the whole thing over again, that might be one of the better plays you see all year from a pitcher. With the kick save, scrambling to get it, bare hand and letting it rip, and still getting a speedy guy. Yeah, Rendon can run. So, I mean, all in all, with the foot scrambling, throwing, and the pick by Freeman, that was quite a play. By everybody, but especially Vizcaino.
Adams, deep left center. See you later. Tie game. Four hits this year, 2 homers, 2 doubles for the left-handed slugger.
That ball was touched.
Howie Kendrick is next.
So everybody that changed seats, that's for you. Nice job.
414 the other way.
And I'm not going to play that would have been a walk-off home run game because you don't know if he'd have got the same pitch with the runner on first. You don't know how the whole thing would have went. You'll take the tie game and it being extended. Now Howie's got a chance to do that, though.
His battle begins now, 0-2. Nats' first home run of the series, and what great timing. Good take, 0-2. Back to 1-2. A.J. Cole, who pitched well, is off the hook. Howie gets jammed. It's going to be Vizcaino and Michael A. Taylor.
Show me the see you Tater. You didn't say it, Carp. We made a deal.
In the moment.
We made a deal, darn it. Low fastball going the other way. Matt Adams, boy, it's a different sound off his bat when he clicks one, isn't it? The one in Cincinnati, the one here today. Nice catch. Is that a Braves fan out there? And Matt Adams doing it to his old ball club, tying it at 2 here in the 9th, and a big fwa from Daniel Murphy, the back end of the dugout.
Makale career 0 for 2 against Vizcaino. Off speed to have him way out ahead.
He's in swing mode right now, and he's hoping to catch one out front.
Base hit. Now the speed of Taylor aboard. He's 4 for 4 stealing. And the aggressiveness of Severino to the batter's box.
Well, I was looking down there, and Dave Martinez was looking for Ryan Zimmerman, and I wonder if they were going to let him take cuts, meaning hit for Severino and then put Wieters in the game. There was a lot of discussion. Severino looked back. Sevy's going to hit. But let the games begin. Michael A. Taylor's got to run here sometime soon, doesn't he?
As I mentioned earlier, Kurt Suzuki has not thrown out a base runner this year. Taylor's got a big lead and a nice lean, and now he can just go to second base on his own as Vizcaino threw a lollipop over there, not catchable. That's the 3rd error by an Atlanta pitcher against the Nats this year.
That's the same guy that just made one of the best plays you'll ever see a pitcher make. And then he launches a grenade over Freddie Freeman's head. Game-winning run in scoring positions. Dare I say same seats, everybody? You change them at the beginning of the inning, stay right where you are, don't move.
Sure changes the at-bat. Taylor blinding speed. Outfield has to come in. And now the runner goes to third.
I mean, if you're Pedro Severino, don't you just go Statue of Liberty and stand there? It looks like they're trying to give you this one. First, the errant throw to Freddie Freeman. Now Vizcaino throws a slider. It looked like it might have even crossed up Kurt Suzuki because he didn't even reach for it, really.
I haven't seen a 9th inning like this since Carlos Marmol of the Cubs several years ago started throwing it all around the yard. So from first to third in an instant.
I mean, if you're Severino, you know you're getting a fastball, right? There's no way he's throwing that slider again, not with the winning run on third. And he might hang you a fastball here, belt high.
Strike call, 1-1. Let's go Pedro. All over the ballpark. Couldn't check. Strike 2.
Well, he talked about that situation the other night on the Sunday night game where he was thinking about bunting home the winning run. He got caught in between and took 3 strikes. You can't drive in the winning run with the bat on your shoulder, and he knows that. So he has to get off a swing here. He has to.
Fights it off. Pedro on base 2 more times in this game. In the series, he's 3 for 9 with 2 walks. Inside, 2-2. Not to be forgotten, Ryan Zimmerman looming. Off speed, and he made the adjustment.
It's a good foul ball. He didn't know if that slider was coming down or not. He stayed with it and bought himself another pitch. Too close to take. He spoiled it. Oh, 99. It's a great fight.
So in the last few minutes, a homer, a blown save, an error, and a wild pitch by the Atlanta closer. And Severino trying to close the deal. To the right side for Albies. We are going to play extra innings for the first time. Matt Adams, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. And did he get all of that? 400 plus. Oppo, 10th inning coming up. Second homer for him with the Nets, and we go top 10. There he is, number 62. His age, half of that. Sean Doolittle steps in against Inciarte, Albies, and Freeman, so this ought to be some kind of 10th inning. First of all, Inciarte 0 for 4 today and 0 for 2 against Sean.
He's thrown the fastball 85% of the time this year. It's averaged 95 miles an hour.
We're told first time he's ever tied a ball game with a home run, 9th inning or later.
Boy, he hits them. They stay hit. At least the two we've seen. I think we've seen a few with him in a Cardinals uniform too.
Three and one.
Little regroup, step off the dirt. You think Ender's swinging here or taking? Good leadoff hitter, I think, takes 3-1, especially in a tie game.
Rendon not backing up much at third. Adams did a bit at first. Jose Ramirez for the bottom of the 10th. Walked him.
It's a good at-bat by Ender Inciarte. I mean, he was trying to get on. It wasn't about him checking in with his first hit of the day. He was playing for his team right there in the score. You know, a lot of times you're 0 for 4, you're coming up in the 10th. You'll see big leaguers say, well, I need a hit here. He didn't care about that. He just cared about getting on base.
Ozzie Albies facing Doolittle for the first time. This guy can bunt. He can run. If you bunt, do you take the bat out of Freddie Freeman's hands? We'll see. Rendon even with a bag at third, but not on the grass. Inciarte 2 for 2 this year. One.
You know, that stat about a runner on second with 1 out, you can't argue with the numbers, but late in the game,
yeah,
it puts a lot of pressure on the defense, especially with a guy like Freddie Freeman up. And obviously you probably wouldn't pitch to him, but maybe you're enticed to because it's a left on left situation. And I know the book says, you know, you got a better chance of scoring from first than at second with 1 out. But that book doesn't know about what that makes you feel like on defense and what pressure that puts on a pitcher, that the go-ahead run could score in 1 swing. So late in the game, the 8th, 9th, now even the 10th inning, I think the intangibles of that situation, having the go-ahead run, or if you're the home team, the winning run on second, you throw the book out, in my opinion.
Agreed. 2-1.
That's why I said I love analytics. I love when it matches what your eyes are seeing, but until analytics can measure your pulse and all the intangibles that go into baseball, confidence, lack of confidence, how you're feeling on that day, how you slept that night, did you go out last night, did you stay in last night, all that stuff that goes into a baseball player's performance. Until you can measure that, I'm not just buying straight analytics. And trust me, those things as a former player are every bit as important as what those numbers are saying.
Three-two, runner goes. Swing and a miss. And Inciarte had a huge jump. So I'll be swinging away. The at-bat kind of ends up being like a sacrifice with Inciarte stealing, and you would not expect Freddie Freeman to be hitting here.
Great throw by Severino, but that base was stolen off Sean Doolittle. See Howie Kendrick giving the good old try of the throw got by me, I'm going to run to center field. Andrew Inciarte was not buying that. Good try, though.
So as Freeman gets walked, and it's amazing he'd never faced Doolittle before. Markakis has 1 for 4 career.
care what the gun said. That looked like a million.
Ciarte, the lead run. Freddie Freeman 90 feet behind him with Adams playing behind him. Almost turning his back to home plate as he eyeballs the runner ahead of him. And the 0-1 out of play. $21,109 paid today. Swing and a miss on 95 upstairs, 2 down.
Sean Doolittle turning up the volume on the heat. Look at where these are, right down the middle, and then the last one he elevates, but it just looked like he had a little maybe anger behind these last 3 fastballs with the go-ahead run on second base. Nicely done.
Well, it's Kurt Suzuki. Homer, single. 2 for 4 today. 1 for 3 career against the Nats closer.
If I remember right, Kurt loves to swing early in the count in RBI situations.
Runners are going inside and they swipe second and third.
Not a bad idea. How many times do you see a pitcher pick off to second twice or think about picking off to second twice? They usually just do it as a token to keep you there, and Pedro coming out of the chute couldn't handle the pitch. Smart baseball by Ender Inciarte. Do you pitch to Kurt Suzuki now?
That's what I'm wondering. You have a hitless batter on deck to start the season. The count goes to 2-0.
If you have confidence in Doolittle throwing strikes, you see Dave Martinez talking to Derek Lilliquist. They're thinking about it.
For the record, Borges has faced Doolittle once, 0 for 1. Change up, not about to throw him a 2-0 fastball.
Yeah,
we'll see if they send him down to first here.
That told you the story right there. 2-0 changeup. Dave Martinez just looked at Pedro Severino and pointed to his head like, think right here, be smart. Challenge him here?
Maybe with something, not a strike. Runner coming home, and he is out. Inciarte trying to steal home. He's telling his own dugout to look at it. Sean Doolittle kept his cool and threw home. For now, we're going to the bottom of the 10th.
You got to review this here from Brian Snitker. You have to. I don't know if he's safe. I don't know if he's out. But you have to check this with the game on the line. Give Sean Doolittle credit for stepping off and not panicking here and making a good feed to Pedro Severino. Did his hand get in there? I think it did. Oh my goodness.
He could be called safe.
What What a play by Ender Inciarte. The Nats did everything right. They didn't panic. It's a good feed. It's just Pedro Severino tagged him a little bit high on the arm, and it looks like his fingers are on the plate before he tags. I don't know. That's so close. Did he get him on the elbow cart before his fingers touched the plate? Can you tell?
This one may take a while.
The initial call is out, so it has to be without a shadow of a doubt to overturn it. The first view looked safe. The second view, it looked like they might have tagged his elbow as his fingers were above the plate. Or is that just wishful thinking? Either way, what a play by Inciarte to have the guts to pull this off. Is he tagged? You see, that's what I'm saying. Did he get him there? And can you tell?
Well,
good luck.
It's got to be definitive to turn it over.
I'm glad I'm not doing this up in New York, because I can't tell if he tagged him before his fingers hit. See, that looks like he's out.
If he is called safe, he stole second, third, and home. And this is one that you expect to take a while.
Did he tag his helmet? But that was late. I'm looking more at the elbow. What do you got?
That sets. He's out. Wow. It had to be conclusive, and it was not. Inciarte in disbelief, and the Nats now go to the bottom of the 10th, all tied up.
Yeah, Pedro's saying he got him on the elbow, and that's what we saw too. Wow. Little pitching. And watch Inciarte, maybe if he has a little bit bigger walking lead here, he makes it. But Doolittle does a nice job of stepping off and feeding Severino. Somebody must have yelled step off, because Sean didn't panic, and that's the key to this game right now. You know, a lot of times you'll balk in that situation. Inciarte, it was so close, but Severino, I think, got him right there on the elbow before his hand hit, or there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. But by a fraction of an inch, this game stays tied. How exciting was that all the way around?
Ryan Zimmerman pinch hits.
Good take
for Doolittle.
1-0.
As Jose Ramirez makes his second appearance of the series. You got Ryan to foul out. Pardon me, that was Rendon. He got Ryan to strike out last night. And that's close. 2-0. Hard hit, guarding the line. Culberson took him a while to find the handle. 1 out.
I mean, if you're a Braves fan, you thought Inciarte was safe. If you're a Nats fan, you thought he was out. It was that close. It's hard to argue either way, but there wasn't enough evidence on our broadcast, at least, to overturn that. I don't know what the Braves saw on their side.
Yeah. Well, the key was the Nats got the initial call. Had to be conclusive the other way. There's Moises Sierra outside.
I mean, and the kicker to that is Kurt Suzuki sitting 3-1 with a runner on second and third. So I don't know. It was a bold play by Inciarte. It was an exciting play. But you got a guy that's got a couple of knocks today and a tater in a 3-1 count. So you could always talk about, well, do you let Suzuki hit there? Either way, it was fun to watch.
2-1. Strike three call. 2 down.
All right, watch it one more time. Most exciting play in a long time. Watch Sean step off. I wonder who yelled step off, whether it was Pedro. Might have been Anthony Rendon at third. They go to New York. They watched it a bunch, as they should. It was a big situation. Watch, I think Pedro shows somebody right here that had tagged him on his arm. Watch Doolittle's reaction. Yes.
Trey Turner takes ball one. He's 3 for 5 career against Jose Ramirez, the 6th Atlanta pitcher. Jammed him, and a pop up to short center. Inciarte right there, and the Nats go 1, 2, 3, and on to the 11th we go. What a game. This year, and it's been a thriller. Here's the next 5 starting tomorrow night. Gio and right-hander Chad Bettis. Friday night, Tanner Roark, lefty Kyle Freeland. Max and John Gray, good right-handed matchup. Saturday 1 o'clock, 1:30 on Sunday. Steven Strasburg and lefty Tyler Anderson. And then it's on to a 3-game series, all night games with the Mets next week, as the Nats will start a road trip to New York, LA, and San Fran. So here's Sean Kelly. Gets the call in the 11th, and for Sean, his 4th appearance. No hits, no runs in 3 solid innings with 4 strikeouts so far.
A fastball low to mid-90s, slider to complement it.
Kurt Suzuki still in the batter's box. 2 for 9 career against Sean.
You know, you have to alert the hitter too if you're the runner in that situation, especially a right-handed hitter. And usually the verbal is kill, 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 kill when you're running down the line if you're going to steal home. That's just so he gets out of the way and he knows you're coming.
Suzuki, a high fly ball left field corner. He's hit the pole once today, and that is into the seats. And Kurt Suzuki continues to really hurt the Nats. 3-2 Atlanta.
Second home run this season, second home run today for Suzuki. A fastball that just tailed right down Main Street. And he was trying to do that. Look at the lift in his swing. Yeah, he's officially on the Nat killer list after that one.
Kurt Suzuki, at the age of 33 last year, hit a career high 19 home runs, drove in 50, and he only played half the season. 81 games, 276 at bats. Here's Peter Borges, and that eludes Matt Adams, and he's going to be digging for two here on a softly hit ball. And for Borges, that breaks up. And 0 for 12. Pardon me, 0 for 15.
Kind of bumps one down the right field line, almost like a swinging bunt, or served it into right field for a double. He's fast.
Yeah, now the Braves looking for an add-on run. Swanson, Culberson, the next two. It appears Shane Carl for the bottom of the 11th. Harper, Rendon, Adams. And now 3-0.
Yeah, the home run haunted Sean Kelly last year. And he was hoping that being healthy this year, that wouldn't be the case.
3-1 now.
So I'm being told that that was Kurt Suzuki's 6th home run against the Nats since the beginning of last year.
And that would be the grand total of his career homers against the Nats. So 4 home runs now, 15 RBIs against Washington pitching. Short right field, Adams circling out. This is trouble. And Bryce can't get there. And with nobody at second base, Swanson just motors on in there. And the Braves have second and third. Nobody out.
Well, first things first, the ball falls, But as a shortstop right here, you have to float. What does that mean? Well, you kind of get in an area where if this falls, you get to second base because you know the runner's going to stroll into third, and Trey was the cutoff man the whole time, and there was nobody at second base. And that allowed Dansby just to stroll into second.
Infield in, homer, double-double, Culberson the hitter. And Trevor Gott may be needed here shortly. Q shot off the bat, 0-2. Braves had 5 hits in 10 innings, and they have 3 in a row here. Swing and a miss for the first out. Carlos Perez, their last bench guy, will pinch hit here.
If you're in the infield now, you know Borges can really fly, so you got to cheat in. Almost in an uncomfortable position to get him at home. He's getting a nice secondary at third base too.
On the edge, cutting action, 0-2. You
can elevate here if you're Sean or bounce a slider. You have confidence in Pedro Severino to block it. Pedro trying to wave somebody in. Maybe Bryce Harper in and right.
Severino with a good smother to his right.
And now you're thinking they climb the ladder.
Got him. Pitch in the dirt. Severino's got to check the runner at third. Get back in cover. 2 down. Done a great job of blocking balls today. And a big pitch by Kelly, who faces Inciarte. Or will he? Looks like Derek Lilliquist to the mound. And the entire infield will join the conversation.
Do you want Inciarte? Do you want Albies left-handed? I have Ozzie hitting 139 left-handed coming into today, and 583 right-handed.
Yeah, lefty 5 for 36.
Before today, though. Got a home run left-handed early in this one.
Inciarte 0 for 4 with a walk, 2 steals, and a caught stealing his last time around the bases.
This might be the unintentional, intentional elevate. If he wants to chase and force the issue, great. If he doesn't, you got a base to play with and you go after Albies.
On the edge. Well, you look at the do-ups for the bottom of this inning. Vital to keep it a 1-run game.
Be super gritty on the part of Sean Kelly if he gets out of this with just the solo homer to Suzuki. I'll tell you what.
Got him. It stays 3-2. Homer double-double, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Bryce ahead, bottom of the 11th, 1-run game. Let's conjure up some numbers for a big moment here. So first in homers, all the other categories that add up to getting on base and scoring runs. On base percentage, .529. One career at bat against Shane Carl. It was a walk. This second-year man, only 3 games with Colorado last year. Number 6 with Atlanta. Good ERA so far. He's never had a save opportunity in the major leagues.
Yeah, fastball 57% of the time at 95. Slider change to go with it. And here we go.
Bryce trying to attack. Braves have pitched him pretty well in the series. They walked him 3 times Monday night. 1 base hit in 9 ABs since. Squared a ball up today on a line drive up the middle, speared by Sam Freeman. Out ahead of that one, liner to right, and Markakis traps it. It's a base hit. Good thing for the Braves, Markakis got full glove on that ball.
Well, here we go. Leadoff man on, Bryce Harper. checking in for the first time today. Look at him roll the wrist, kind of a topspin lob out there. Marquez had a good beat on it, but it had so much topspin on it, it was sinking all the way. It was kind of just an okay game until the 9th inning, and then there's been so much action since.
Rendon a check swing. Anthony 0 for 2 against the 26-year-old right-hander. And with Bryce at first, Albee shading up the middle. About 90 feet of ground ball room on the right side.
Yeah.
Good take, close, 1-1.
Bryce looks like he's showing interest. One career walk-off hit for Anthony. That swing tells me he was trying to hit that hole, right?
Yeah.
Maybe fooled a little bit. It's an easy first to third if he does.
And a 1-2, straight back it goes. He's going. Fair ball. Foul ground. Long throw. And Rendon is out on a gutsy play by Culberson with the bat headed his way as well.
But we saw Charlie make a bunch of nifty plays at shortstop in Atlanta, and he stayed with this one. And the arm strength it took to throw at Anthony Rendon after he drops it, it hits his leg, kicks closer to the Braves dugout. Look at the arm. I mean, that's on his heels from foul territory, folks. Tremendous arm strength and no panic by Culberson to get Rendon. As soon as he dropped that, I thought Anthony was going to be safe, but he stayed with it.
And guess who's hitting? Maybe won't see a fastball here. We'll see.
Bottom of the 9th. One strike on him, fastball down and away, and that one was hit, folks. A long, long way. 415 the other way, 106.2 miles an hour.
First career at that against Shane Carl.
Yeah, he's not going to see a heater again, is he? Change up, change up.
Three-two, bottom 11. That's a good take.
Four walk-off hits, 2 taters. I'm in.
Two and two.
Remember the home run in Cincinnati, his first one, they went change up, got to 2 strikes and tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was on it.
way outside. Right-handed Howie Kendrick on deck. Payoff pitch. Got it by him. 2 down. It's up to Howie Kendrick.
3-2 changeup.
Howie 1 for 4 today. 0 for 1 against Carl.
I'll tell you what, if Carl gets out of this and the Nats don't tie it up or more, it's a big boy save. Harper, Rendon, Adams, and Kendrick.
Yeah.
A 1-run game on the road.
Howie Kendrick to the gap. This game is tied. He's heading for second. He has been clutch as a Washington National.
Howie! This is a professional hitter, man. Love watching this guy go about his business every day. It seems like he could just put 2 hits in the box score every time he starts. And this ball spanked into left center. Give Bryce Harper credit for getting on with the base hits. The attempted steal of second base. Getting into scoring position for Howie Kendrick. And now Michael A. Taylor has a chance to be a walk-off hero.
Howie Kendrick's 6th double already. Taylor! And a line drive caught by Swanson. Let's go a dozen. The Nats tied it in the 9th. They tied it in the 11th. And more baseball straight ahead.
Baseball the majority of the time when he's up there, and check out the short swing. Ball headed for the gap, and then Michael A. with the line out to short. I'm telling you, for the 9th inning on, this has been as good as it gets, folks. This has been back and forth, both teams fighting, battling for the W here today as we go to the 12th.
With Ryan Madsen coming in, the Nats have 1 reliever left, Trevor Gott. Madsen got the save last night. Had to throw just 11 pitches, 8 strikes, to get the last 2 outs around an RBI double.
And while I'm thinking of it, a big tip of the cap to Sean Kelly for battling through the last inning. I mean, that looked bad for a second. A home run, a bloop double, another bloop double. Runners on second and third, nobody out.
Yeah,
and
he
then
could have folded.
Gets out of that thing. I mean, that's veteran presence. He wasn't rattled. He got right back in the strike zone. He got some big outs, and he kept it a one-run game, and that's why we're still playing. So nice job, Sean Kelly.
Ozzie Albies. That one almost got him in the sleeve. So the Nats are down to their final 2 relievers with Madsen one of those, and the Braves have 2 left, Luke Jackson and Peter Moylan. Two and two. Madsen couldn't get it, neither can Turner. So as we go extra innings for the first time on Madsen this year, Ozzie Albies with that speed is aboard here in the 12th. And next up is Freddie Freeman. Freeman and Madsen. We'll give you the matchup number after the at-bat. Busted bat, and that's going to fall. That's Freddie Freeman's first hit in 7 career at-bats against Ryan Madsen.
Fourth time on base today, a couple of walks, a double in the first, and now a single here in the 12th. Do you bunt Markakis here and take the bat out of Babe Suzuki's hands?
Braves have 5 hits in the last 2 innings. Hits are even at 10. Madsen throws it right by him.
The ground ball is a changeup, but do you want to speed up Nick Markakis' swing after throwing a fastball by him is the question.
Trevor Gott is it after this.
They got to come to him now. Eh? Nick Markakis in the driver's seat a little bit.
1 for 6 against Madsen. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Kurt Suzuki having a day, and this is about damage control right now. Trying to wiggle out of this with just maybe a run or two and staying away from the big inning.
Kurt Suzuki 1 for 5 career against Madsen. Infielders pretty much in their baselines here. Great speed at third. And it's popped up on the infield. Howie Kendrick took charge early. Infield fly rule in effect. 1 out.
Just what the doctor ordered. You needed a punch out right there, a pop up or a ground ball right at somebody and to force it home. So now I want to say one good pitch and you're out of it, but with Borges up, he's not a double play. You might keep the infield in or at least halfway right here if you're Dave Martinez, and it looks like they're staying in. Squeeze is always in play with Borges too.
Yeah, great speed at third and in the box. Took a while getting into the box, did the hitter. Right side base hit. Albee scores. Freeman coming. Bryce puts it on the target and safe. Freddie Freeman got around the tag. Braves lead 5-3.
Drawn in infield, just kind of punches it through. You talk about the definition of a ground ball with eyes. That barely got to Bryce Harper. The ball almost stopped before it got to Bryson Wright. And he comes up and makes a perfect throw, but Freddie with a hook slide for the win. Nice slide by Freddie Freeman. Bryce did everything he could, and that ball, I don't know how that got through.
Well, Peter Borges was 0 for 15. He's at a double and a 2-run single here in extra innings. Dansby Swanson dropped a double in the right field last inning. So the Braves 3 runs on 6 hits in the 11th and the 12th. Sean Kelly did a good job of avoiding further damage in the 11th. Now the Nats will need at least 2 to tie. That's a swing and a miss, and the runners move up.
Yeah, that's a big free 90 feet with 1 out.
Ooh, very close to the hands. We heard the sound of baseball on wood.
There's your sac fly zone. Red, you're testing it. Yellow, we don't know. And green, you're safe. It's based on the speed of the runner, the arm strength of the outfielder.
So Swanson down for the 2nd out.
Big 2nd out. You never know. Keep it 5-3 and you get one last crack.
So they're going to force the pitcher to bat here. Braves are out of players. They only have a 4-man bench. Shane Carl is a big league hitter, is 0 for 2. On a pitch, well off the plate inside, couldn't get it. Nats have rallied twice to tie the game. Do they have another one? This of the two-run variety in them. Severino, a pinch hitter, and then Sierra. To take a two spot at least. So there's Pedro Severino. It's like Matt Reynolds standing right next to him to hit for Madsen. And another inning for Shane Carl, who gave up a run on 2 hits, 16 pitches, 12 strikes in that bottom of the 11th when he blew the save.
Get a few guys on, see what happens. You never know in this game, folks. And you see the banged up Rockies coming to town tomorrow. Nolan Arenado charged the mound. 5 guys were ejected in the Padres-Rockies game today.
Wow. One. And Severino pops one up. Kurt Suzuki, plenty of room. First out, 12th inning. Next up will be Matt Reynolds. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter and 0 for 3 as a Nat. Gio and Chad Bettis. 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night. 1st to 4 with Colorado.
Peter Moylan getting loose.
Reynolds and Carl matching up for the first time. Moises Sierra on deck. Anybody gets on Turner.
Well, Nat's hoping for a bloop and a bomb at least.
Front door breaking ball froze the hitter. 2 outs. Now Sierra has to get on any way he can for Trey Turner.
And then Trey the same for Bryce.
Johnny Holiday, Ray Knight out in left field.
Nats extra innings today. They renamed the show.
Nice. Braves strike away from salvaging a game in this series. A series that has featured great starting pitching by all 3 of the Nats who toed the mound. Scherzer, Strasburg, Cole.
Hey, AJ did a nice job today. The Nats did a good job of battling back a few times.
2-2. Deep short backhand Swanson. Game over, series over. And in 3 hours and 43 minutes, the Braves will take the last one, and now the Nats are 0-2 in extra innings in the early part of 2018. So for FP and Dan, Bob Carpenter, Braves win at 5-3. Tomorrow night, 4-game series opens with Colorado as Gio takes on Chad Bettis. Coverage begins with Johnny and Ray at 6:30. This has been a presentation of Masson. Stay tuned now. Nats Extra post-game straight ahead from the ballpark here. We'll see you tomorrow night. So long for just a while.